Utah, a place with over 22 million acres of public land, 6 national forests, 5 national parks, and the endless opportunity to captivate your next adventure. The 4 of us have just 10 days to explore this area and experience what makes this part of the world unlike anything else. From the deep, vast canyons, cathedral-like sandstone hills, colors written into the landscapes that seem otherworldly, and trails that felt like we were the smallest speck on the map. This is a place for those seeking a new and fresh perspective on their travels, no matter how grand or small they may be. Though before we dive in, preparations for the vehicles need to be made. Before embarking on our trip, I am taking on a separate venture of my own by driving 20 hours to Castle Rock, Colorado. Why, you might ask? Easy. After reaching out to the team at Uptop Overland, they were more than willing to help create the very first prototype rack for the new 2023 Jeep Grand Cherokee 4xe. While this platform is far from popular in the aftermarket realm, it's refreshing to see companies such as Uptop Overland willing to take on projects such as this to help pave a new path on what's possible. Okay. With only needing to lend the Jeep for a couple days, the team at Uptop got to work while I watched in awe of their craft. In under 48 hours, a brand new prototype rack was put together, and needless to say, I was grinning ear to ear. Micah, Jake, and the entire team at Uptop did a fantastic job bringing this project to life, and I can't thank them enough. A true testament to their products was both proven and showcased right after assembly. Though if you're in the market for a new rack or considering making a leap to something different, be sure to give these guys a call. For those asking, the drive home with the rack was nearly silent in terms of potential wind noise. Even while driving at interstate highway speeds, I was truly impressed. Though the next order of business would be the introduction of our new rooftop tent. I'm happy to introduce the new Canyon Model Rooftop Tent by Kakadu. Being highly functional while providing a rapid deployment and pack down, this wedge-style tent will be our new home base for the trip. While I'll be going into full details later on, what will make this tent a game changer in the long term is the ability to mount various pieces of gear to the sides and roof with their integrated T-channel system. Though for now, we are 2 days out from leaving, and our main goal is simply getting the tent mounted and ready for departure. Now, many of you may recall the prior iCamper tent on here from before. While that tent served me incredibly well in essentially every weather condition you can imagine, including our previous adventures in Alaska, it was time for me to begin a new chapter with a fresh, long-term focus. The best part of it all was the ability to reconnect with prior colleagues who are now running the U.S. operations for Kakadu. For me, this was the most positive outcome, to focus on new opportunities while having the true support of not only a great company, but also close friends. I'm excited to showcase more about the tent and how it will help pave the way for what's yet to come. Our final stop before departure was visiting one of my local Seattle favorites, Beyond Clothing. Having used their products for a number of years, these guys have set a new standard for me when it comes to technical and durable outdoor wear. From providing a solution in the heat of the day to expedition-ready layering systems, I'm proud to help support and showcase their clothing, as some of their newer recent product launches will be packed in the bags before we head out. Though with all that said, we are finally Utah bound. With a home base in Washington State, we made the 10-hour push to Twin Falls, Idaho for day one. Shelby was a huge help in finding camps along the route, and what we woke up to in the morning was nothing short of beautiful, though it was a tiny bit chilly with the temps.
Freezing.
Are you cold?
Yes.
Is it chilly?
No, it's so hot out. I'm gonna go for a swim.
With temps in the mid to upper 30s, it was certainly a cold start to the day, maybe more so knowing that the Utah weather awaiting us would be more accommodating. Regardless, it was a quick morning of coffee and breakfast before getting back out on the road. All right, so not a bad spot for night one. We landed in Twin Falls, Idaho here. Shelby actually found this awesome little site here on Snake River. So we pulled in 12:30 in the morning last night, this morning, I don't know. Went to bed at 1 a.m. and nice little spot for a 10-hour drive the day prior. So today is a little bit much of the same. We got about a 7-hour drive today. Our goal is to land in the Goblin Valley area. So we're gonna scoot out of here, await another long day, and see what lies on the road ahead. After another long day of driving, We were soon pulling up into camp for night 2. This was an area just outside of Goblin Valley, which would set us up for success the following day as we wanted to check out that state park. Though as we were pulling into camp, the colors of sunset were just getting started. Needless to say, it was a rush for grabbing the camera and witnessing our first of many incredible evenings here in Utah. What do we got?
So we're doing some kielbasa sausage, potatoes, corn, and some pineapple to sweeten it up.
Ooh, that looks good.
Yeah.
Nice.
So did you just do salt and pepper? And then the pineapple?
That's it, because the pineapple has the natural sugars. The kielbasa sausage is already seasoned.
Yeah.
So it was really just seasoning the potatoes and the corn.
Well, good morning, everybody. I tell you what, kicking off our 10-day trip here in Utah is absolutely fantastic. We're just scratching the surface of what this place has to offer, and last night really proved it. We came in and found camp just outside of Goblin Valley here, and probably witnessed one of the most spectacular sunsets that I've ever seen in this type of landscape. I was running around with the camera trying to get the drone for an aerial perspective and just get camp set up all simultaneously, so it was a little bit of a mad rush, but those colors were incredible. So we're just scratching the surface here, and I cannot wait to see what the consecutive days look like afterwards. I think our goal for today is to head further south towards the Factory Butte area, but our overall agenda is kind of still keeping it loose for whatever we all collectively as a group want to do. Obviously, Utah has so much to offer, so we can't possibly see everything, but we're going to do our best with the time that we have. But I tell you what, with these landscapes, it's going to be amazing no matter where we go. So this morning, we're taking it nice and easy. We've had a couple long, numerous hour drives to get to this point. So we all slept in. Camp Chef Mom is whipping up some pumpkin bread French toast. So we're going to keep the theme here for fall going. It's going to be amazing. And slowly pack up, head out of here, and maybe see where the rest of the road goes. I believe there's a nice hiking trail too that we might take on. But this is spectacular, and I'm so excited for what the rest of the week brings. The late morning plans consisted of heading towards Goblin Valley State Park. While it may not be a destination for all the hardcore overlanders out there, it is a stop we collectively wanted to see, and I'm thankful we did. Acquired by the state of Utah in 1964 to be designated as a state park, Goblin Valley is a showcase of geologic history sitting at 5,000 feet in elevation. Exposed cliffs reveal parallel layers of rock bared by erosion. Because of the uneven hardness of sandstone, some of the patches resist erosion much better than others. The softer material is removed by wind and water, leaving thousands of unique geologic goblins, or otherwise called hoodoos. Water erosion and the smoothing action of wind-blown dust work together to shape the goblins that you see today. As we headed into the late afternoon, we wanted to complete a trail that led from Goblin Valley to the Factory Butte area. The goal was to make it to camp before sunset, though the landscape and trail ahead would make for a small challenge to reach that goal.
Just wait till you see these drone shots.
This trail was unlike anything I've ever experienced. While being just over 20 miles in length, the landscape had left us all speechless. It was simply incredible to witness how drastic the scenery changed mile after mile in what felt like us being all by ourselves on a completely different planet. These are the memories that will last a lifetime. Experiencing this with those closest to you is one of the best feelings, and to think this was only day 3 of our time here in Utah. Just wanted to tell everybody how proud I am of you taking on that trail for the large part all by yourself, as we kept swapping back and forth, and it's easier for you to drive and me run around with the camera.
Yeah, we went from you're not allowed to drive the vehicle to crossing rivers.
Yep, you did.
Real quick.
You did it. I'm proud of you, and we didn't get stuck. With just a few hours of daylight left, we were soon setting up camp for the evening and already reflecting back on the stunning scenery we witnessed today. I'm so glad to have Shelby, Camp Chef Mom, Charlie, and Maverick joining along for this trip. With the full agenda on the upcoming schedule, there is still so much of Utah left to see. Next time on New Beginnings.